My friends were asking me why I like dad jokes so much. Well, they're like hot dogs. Frankly, I can't get enough of them. My name is Victor Ashley, and I'm a real estate agent out of Seattle, Washington. This is how you get a hold of me. Also, you can leave a comment below, the snarkier the better. And while you're at it, I cover a lot of different areas, zip codes, and concepts that might be important to you or they can be important to your friend. So feel free to hit subscribe and you'll keep up to date with the neighborhood or at least your new neighborhood. Let's get into one of the neighborhoods I actually cover, and that's the Crown Hill neighborhood. I want to give you a quick walk on. And if you're new to my channel, I've been covering the month over month, the year over year changes in the zip codes that I track. But we're actually going to go back to a review of the Crown Hill neighborhood and actually take a look at some of the houses also. So we'll get into the hard numbers the next couple of days, but I wanted to go into a review so you know that I also do look at the pretty houses also. Here's the Space Needle. The Space Needle is actually located about 6.5 miles south of the Crown Hill neighborhood. Now, Crown Hill is in the northern side of the Seattle city limits. And it includes a little bit of Ballard, some Sunset Hills, some Woodard Heights, and then at the same time the Golden Gardens Park. And Golden Gardens Park is one of the two parks inside of Washington, the two beaches inside of Washington that have both sand and fir trees. And at the same time, it also has a Coney Island hot dog hut. So if you have questions on that, you can meet me at the hot dog hut. But let's get into it right now. And this is the Crown Hill neighborhood. And I also pulled all of the homes that were available for purchase inside of the Crown Hill neighborhood that were under $1 million. The reason why I do under $1 million is because our buyer curve is currently right now between $300,000 and $700,000 roughly. So that's generally where the majority of the purchases are actually made. Our average home that is being listed right now, available for purchase, is $786,000. It's been on the market for 31 days, 2.5 bedrooms, 2 bath, and also 1,340 square feet. That comes out to a price per square foot of $609 a square foot. Now, I covered last month's, and again, I'll link it right here for you, but I covered last month's sold homes. The sold homes were sold for, on average, $564 a square foot. Now, again, our listing price right now is $609 a square foot, so it's about 8% higher. So this is something to keep in mind while you're actually going to the negotiating table. Also, because I wanted to break it down for you, I broke it out on how much it would actually cost to buy this house and what it would look like to get qualified for this. This is roughly a $215,000 household income requirement. Again, and also your monthly debts would have to be low, and then down payment about $60,000. And the FICO score would be roughly 700 and higher, and 6.75% interest right now. Now, again, everybody's FICO and financial situation is completely different, but I wanted to give you a quick idea of what you would be needing to have to be qualified to buy this house. And again, on the mortgage side, I wanted to break it down for you also. A mortgage right now around this price point would be about $4,700. And that would mean you'd be loaned about $725,000 to make that happen. Now, that $4,700 only includes your payment and your interest. It does not include any taxes, insurance, special assessments, or HOAs. I covered HOAs a little bit in my video yesterday for the Crown Hill for the Queen Anne neighborhood. So let's get back into our presentation and then we'll finish it up. So the average, we just covered the mortgage. Let's say instead you want to actually rent this house out instead of buy it. Well, right now you could expect to pay on rents roughly $2,900. So that means it's about $1,800 more to buy than it is to rent, and that's a 64% increase in your total budget. So keep in mind, if you actually go through the home buying process and you're ready to move from renter to buyer, and again, this is a process that I'm personally on, you want to go through and you figure out your budget and you want to make sure that your financial situation is good for this. Let's go into one of these homes because I wanted to give you a quick idea of what you could actually be buying in this area. And then at the same time, you can reach out to me if you have any questions directly. Here's one of the homes that I've been looking at for a while. This is 9 days on market, and this is new construction. So the new construction's been coming on in this area, and I wanted to point that out to you. But a lot of new construction has been falling out of their previous contracts over the winter, and now they're coming back onto the market and available for purchase. This is a new construction home that just came out, and I wanted to get into it. So it's been on the market now for 9 days. Let me check the history real quick to make sure it wasn't relisted. Looks like it has been on the market now exactly for 9 days. And it looks like it was in pre-sale last year in August. So this is stuff to keep in mind. You want to make sure you have an agent that goes through this. So previously somebody was in contract to buy this, and then it fell out in the middle of winter, more than likely because they did not qualify to buy the house because of the price change. The interest rate changes. Let's get into the house itself, so we'll get an idea of what it looks like. This is the condo, and then at the same time we have a nice rooftop balcony with it looks like the Cascades in the back. Inside, open concept kitchen. We're going to see some of the steel appliances. They opted not to go with the white cabinets that I usually see, but we do have white countertops and we have tile backsplash. And again, a lot of this, you're going to see the LVP, that's laminate vinyl plank on the floor, and then just a very white, plain looking home, because you want to have it as clean looking, and at the same time you want to make sure that you do not put some sort of accent wall on there, because some people are just not able to see past that while they actually are looking at homes. This home looks like it was virtually staged. That means if you go in there, more than likely there's nothing there. This is a nice side-by-side sink in here. I actually like these a lot, with a step-in shower, also with a wand. Let's get into one of these others, and we'll take a quick look at it real quick. This one just came on the market today, and I took a look at this one earlier, so I didn't want to go into it too much. But this is a regular home. This is a home that has been on the market now for 0 days. It's 2 beds. It is actually a 3/4 bath, so it doesn't have a bathtub, more than likely. And then it's just under 1,500 square feet. It's on a smaller lot, and they're asking $849 for this. One thing that I noticed on this is our price per square foot is $570. This is still below the market average in the area, but keep in mind too, they're going to be hampered because they do not have a full bath. Full bath is pretty important, especially if you're going to have a family or any kind of multiple persons inside of the household. You want to make sure of that. So as we look on the inside of the house, you can tell it's definitely on the smaller side, but it's a well-maintained outside. When we get inside, you're going to see some of the hardwood, more than likely existing floors. But as we can tell, it's a little bit bigger than a regular 2-bedroom apartment. And again, this does not have a bathtub, so this makes it a 3/4 bath. Inside has been remodeled, and this is what I was talking about with the countertops being a solid stone with white cabinets and tile backsplash. This is just everywhere right now. And again, all of the steel appliances. Let's go into our last one real quick, and then we're going to call it a day, because I've actually shot this video 15 times now. I really appreciate you all actually subscribing and following my channel, and I try to do this every day just so you have an idea of what's out there. Let's get into this one real quick, but I've actually reviewed this one quite a bit. It's been on the market now for 117 days. It's still out there. This is a new construction home, and it's been on the market for $820,000, and they decreased their price by $40,000 total now. Outside, you're going to see again rooftop balcony space, and again, this is an absolutely beautiful day, but I believe that this picture was retouched. You're going to see a lot of that in the area, and I drive past this one almost every day when I drive around the Finney Ridge area. But this is just south of the Finney Ridge neighborhood, And this is currently being marketed, I believe, by, by Remax. So I've been following this one for quite a bit. But in conclusion, I just wanted to go over some of the things to make you aware. New construction has been coming onto the market and it's undercutting existing homes. Existing homes are coming on and they want new construction prices. This is important to keep in mind because the market has changed. We're not exactly in a buyer's market, but we're not in a seller's market for sure. We're more in a neutral market. And at the same time, interest rates are making it more unaffordable for buyers to actually buy, and sellers are being slightly hesitant. So if you have any questions, reach me directly using the contact information below. And as always, I hope you have a fantastic day and just enjoy yourself.